in Ohio, Dr. Hong Qiu, that's going to be sharing with us. And she has a team working with her in Ohio. And I think we're connecting to her on Ohio. And so we'll just, it'll probably take a few seconds for that to happen. And we'll get on with that. So for other people that have joined us after Dr. Hong Chiu's sharing of her experience in Ohio, we'd like you to share your experience too. The two areas that I'm thinking that will be very helpful for a lot of groups here for you to share. One would be your experience getting these internship placements, right? What are really good internship placements, right? And how do you get them, whether it be a local level or federal level, government agencies or elected officials. The other thing I really encourage you to share later would be how do you recruit college students? So there are challenges there, and we'd like to hear some real experiences there. So I wonder.
Hello, everybody. It's
Hi there.
hello. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Hi, thank you so much for taking the time to join this webinar from all over the country. And my name is Hong Qiu. I am the APAPA Ohio Youth Program Chair. I am very honored to be a part of this program today, to be here to share what we have accomplished in Ohio and to learn from each other. However, I want to set the record straight because even though today's title is about an ideal internship program, being able to be here to share, that does not mean that we have an ideal program. So in the past 2 years of running the internship program, we have accumulated some best practice as well as many lessons learned. So by showing our success and challenge, I hope that our experience can help you. Oops, are you seeing both of my desktop document? That's okay. So let's just keep on going. All right. My apologies for the little kind of a technical challenge. Let me go to the next slide. Before I get started, I want to just make sure that to Ohio cities. That's a Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. That's why I have this little, Ohio map there, and you can see the 3 cities on the map. So the mission of PAPA is to inspire, engage, and empower API Americans. So the key part is that the API American through education, leadership, and active participation in civic and the public affair. And our goal is to foster future leaders from minority community to serve at the federal, state, and the local levels in the government. So you see the emphasis is that eventually we want to have a more API in different levels of government. You know, there are many things that we have been doing, many events. We have been doing there's programs for the adult, for the general public. And also we have a program that's specifically designed for the youth. So youth, we have a youth chapter, and then we also have an internship. As we believe that the internship will be one of best way to accomplish this goal, to send more APIs to the future government offices. From Dr. Chen and Andrew's talk, um, they have excellent coverage on the complexity of internship. And they emphasize from the aspect of the program design and also the interns aspect. So for us at Apapa, Ohio, we have the same kind of experience as what's been covered already. So number one, to be successful, obviously you have to have a goal and then the timeline. So our timeline has a lot of resemblance to what Dr. Chang and Andre has shared. We have, right now we are also in the period of collecting applicants right now. So next month we'll be doing the interview and then we'll be doing the training. Then the students will start the internship, which will be a minimum of 120 hours and preferably more than 6 weeks of a program. In the process, we have midterm check-in, and then at the end, we have a graduation gala. And very importantly, we have a program retro at the end. So during the retro, what we do is that we go over what have gone where and what needs or what can be done better for next year. So when the next year comes along, we try to incorporate as much improvement as we could in the New Year's program. So by doing that, by offering this internship program for the past 2 years, that's in 2018 and 2019, we are running the internship program currently at 3 Ohio cities, and we are looking to expand to more Ohio cities. So in 2018, we have 15 interns in working with 11 internship offices. By last year, 2019, we have 23 interns and working now with 16 offices. So one of the success, which is a dedicated leadership team, that's super important for the success of the internship program. So besides the team, we also try to organize, various community outreach events relating to like election. And this year will be the focus will be the census and the election both. We do voter registration, different events on Asian identity, the API leadership, education and other community services. So those are just a kind of an overview of what we have done. And of course, here is, as I said, what we have done in the retros, some opportunity areas that we identify. And you can see this, I think the opportunities that we identify is a common thread. Probably you'll see in many of the other internship programs around the country. One, of course, is the recruitment of college students. And then another thing is that we want to find out ways, the best way to communicate and stay in close connection with our interns. And something else would be the leadership diversity, because for us, we are a quite new program. We are only, now is our year 3 in running. So we need to identify ways to diversify our leadership, not only in terms of the race of the leadership, but also in terms of our age, our socioeconomical background and our strengths and that kind of a diversity. So we also need to think about the succession planning for our leadership, because people tends to have the tendency of, if you have been doing something for, let's say 5 years, 10 years, then at the end, you just don't feel passionate, or you don't feel the drive as strong as before. So we want to make sure that our program can go on strong as it has always been, and have a succession planning in place. Another opportunity area is to expand, or say broaden, our fundraising opportunities. We have a certain success currently, but I think we can do a lot better with not only the private donation, but also with other funding opportunities. Of course, community outreach, there are always room for growth to do better, to be able to reach into more diverse communities. For us right now, we have a certain degree of success, but then we are still trying to learn, trying to explore what are the other possible ways for us to be more becoming, kind of a more of a part of our community. So back to the focus of today's presentation. As I said, Dr. Chang and Andrea have talked about a lot about internship, about the framework, about the interns. So I don't want to go over that one more time. I want to focus on the human aspect of internship. So here I just want to highlight three sides. One is the local community, one is the support network, and then the last one is the leadership team. So start with the local community. When I say that, I mean that not only the community that we are in, but also the organizations that we work with, and then the intern offices. So in 2019, we work with a total of 16 intern offices across Ohio, and we work with all three branches of the government office. That means that's the executive branch, the legislative, and then the judiciary. So we work with various state representatives' office. You see a bunch of them across the city, across Ohio that we work with. And then the executive branch will be the various county level or the city level offices, such as the county prosecutor, auditor, and engineer, and the city manager. So also the court system, such as the municipal court, the housing court. So very exciting. And our interns are just so excellent. We got, so far we only got good feedbacks back, but I'm sure there are still rooms for us to improve on that. So that is the local community. Only with very strong local community support can an internship program be successful. The other aspect I want to point out is that the support network. So for the support network, I want to thank CSUSA, who has been really a very strong backer of our program, from the very start of the founding of our chapter. They provided generous financial support to allow us to be able to offer, stipends to the interns. And also APAPA, as we are part of APAPA. So the other two I would like to thank would be some local organization from Ohio. One is the ACE network, that's the AAPI Civic Engagement Network of Ohio. And another one is the Asian Services in Action. So by working with them, we do voter registration, education, and other civic engagement activities. We were able to obtain some funding from these organizations and to provide more, educational programs, not only to the interns, but also to the community. So big thanks to everybody and also our private donor. But this is also an area that we still have a lot of room to grow.